Hello and welcome to another episode of the Regulation Podcast. This is episode 18. My name is Geoff Ramsey. With me, as always, Andrew Panton, Gavin Free, Nick Schwartz, Eric Badur. I have missed you all.
Been a couple of weeks.
I missed you too. To the audience, it's nothing, but to us.
Oh God, it's been so hard too. We've talked about the FOMO of missing out on work recordings, and you guys have been prolific since I've been gone. Like every once in a while, I'll hop onto the Discord and I'll be like, "Oh, you guys recorded 7 Heists videos today. Oh, that's cool. Oh, you guys recorded a whole new show that looks really fun. That sounds awesome." And meanwhile, I've been fucking coughing up a lung somewhere in Middle America. What did I miss?
Well, you missed something that you sent me a recording piece of equipment, Geoff.
Yeah.
And it has created a new problem that has displayed itself for the first time when we were recording.
A recording piece of equipment.
Yeah. Is that not correct?
That's just very vague. I'm trying to imagine what it would be.
It's a Go XLR.
Go XLR, I say you?
Yeah, the Go XLR. I don't know. It's a recording piece of equipment. I didn't know we had to get into specifics. I didn't know we were getting into the technical terms on everything here.
I think you nailed it.
It caused a new problem where with the Go XLR, I can hear myself now in my headphones. And I realized we're playing something. Gavin and I got into a playful debate, an argument about something. And I was yelling at Gavin. And because I could hear myself through my own ears, I couldn't hear him when he started yelling at me halfway through. And I didn't want to stop finishing my point, but I needed to also communicate that I couldn't hear Gavin, and I couldn't process why, because it's the first time this has happened within the moment through the yelling. And so it just turned into me saying, "I can't hear you. I'm talking over you. I can't hear you." It was like I was a little kid doing like the na 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 na, but I literally couldn't hear Gavin over my own yelling. I was interrupting my ears and being able to hear his counterpoint.
Until now, at no point have you heard your own...
No.
But, well, that explains why you never know if you're loud or quiet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, now I can. Initially, I hated it. I hate hearing it.
It hasn't fixed it. He still doesn't know when he's loud or quiet. We have to ask him to turn it up all the time.
I was about to crank it all the way, but I didn't.
What was that argument about?
What was it? We finished a heist and we needed Lester to call, and so I thought we could do a fun activity to try to initiate it.
Oh.
And you just were not happy about that we were doing this activity. And you were suggesting stuff.
Why? He just kept saying, "Why are we doing this? What is this? Why are we doing this?" Over it is so much. It was so great. It was the longest mission. We had to drive across the whole map twice. It was awful.
I can't handle. I can't handle Andrew being in charge of anything. It's mental.
No,
the decisions you make, absolutely insane.
No, that was a valid decision. Gavin had a fix of we should do a gang war. And then I said, "Okay, where's the gang war?" And he said, "Oh,
the gang attacks are on just the map."
I don't know where it is.
Right, but you've seen that's his usual solution. Where it's like, "I'm helping you. Your audio's bad. I'm helping you."
Yes.
Yeah, but a lot of the time it's like, "Hey, why didn't you put it on hard again? It's on easy still." And I don't have a solution other than restart the whole thing. I don't have a solution. You balls.
You're right.
Geoff, there are so many times where we start a mission and we have the lives and we go, is it on normal? And we're like, "Put it on hard." And Andrew went, "Yeah, I got to do that."
Yeah, you're right.
That's it. And he just goes, "Yep."
I'm accountable on that one. We're recording. I was sleepy. It was the first thing we recorded that day. I forgot to flip it. That was a mistake by me. But it was hard the rest of the way. That's not a great combination of words, but it was. I nailed it every other point, but I did screw up that first one.
There's been quite a lot of stuff has happened between. Not only have we released our Smut, but I won a draft for the first time.
You did. Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Very excited about that.
Violence or whatever. Popping
What
hydrants.
draft did you win?
I won the summer activities
draft. Congratulations. You won the summer activities with, what was it?
With popping a hydrant and violent crime.
I think you have to pop a hydrant to celebrate your win.
bunting? Was that one of your things?
That was an honorable mention.
Dude, I was in, like I said, in Middle America this summer a lot, and there's so much bunting, dude. Michigan and Illinois have so much bunting. I thought about you constantly.
That's great.
Everywhere I went.
Love to see a bit of bunting. I will say, though, I do have to make a formal apology. I was complaining at the beginning of that draft, which is on Patreon. I think is it an extra medium or a bog standard draft?
And I'm not sure off the top of my head. It's one of those.
But I kicked up a fuss about how we record Eric's screen, and I wanted him to get Nitro, so it recorded a higher resolution version of it. Just so it's bigger on the screen, and we can crop in and all that.
Yeah.
But then Nick decided, you know what? Forget that. I'll just record it myself. And then didn't crop it at all. It's absolutely tiny. If your phone is in that orientation, you can't read shit. Invalidating the whole
Why did he say, oh?
I
get it now.
You can crop. It takes up like 40% of the screen.
Yeah.
Maybe less.
What?
Well, since then I've learned.
So
Disagree.
was the issue that he was recording his own perspective and not Eric's taking advantage of it, or just
Well,
the
the
lack of
benefit
crop?
to recording his own perspective is that it doesn't need to be streamed at any resolution. It's his
I see.
native screen size capture.
But he's not cropped.
Right. And sometimes he says, I'm going to do that. And then what happens? He decides, I'm not going to do that. But no one is informed. And so the screen changes, and now it's an issue.
You found out.
Yeah, Nick started quiet quitting on his recordings. Really interesting.
Even better than cropping, you could just do like a control scroll wheel and make it big.
Yeah, that would have been a good idea. You're right.
Yeah.
So this is, Geoff, this is what it sounded like when we kept telling Andrew he needs to put it on hard. It was just a guy agreeing with us, and we couldn't, like, there's nothing you can do about it. You just kind of keep going, okay, cool.
There are times
Great.
where you fuck up, and it's just like, there's no point in arguing. You're right. Like, everything you're saying is correct. I should have put it on hard.
Yeah, I was wrong.
I intended to.
Turns out.
Speaking of arguing, can I, and it was sort of brought up just a second ago, the Smut came out, and Clutch My Pearls did a great review of both of you looking like fucking goons on this couch, and that I had to crop in on your faces to help my wife edit. Okay.
Two-time authors.
Okay, cool. All right, so you are the authors. That's great, because I need to speak to you about a character.
Global X?
No.
It's my
There's a
favorite wrestler.
character that is... It's a Badurian?
No. See, Gavin, I knew this was gonna fucking happen.
We tried to
talked
explain
about
this to your small wife, and it's we worked backwards from the language. We developed the language and we translated it back to English, and it's just how it came out. It's
and
completely
you're
out of our
saying
control.
it wrong. First of all, that's not how it's pronounced.
And how is it pronounced?
But Gavin can say it better than I can.
The Bowdowrian.
Bowdowrian. It's nothing like.
And what
So it's
what kind of alien creature is it?
Like a little cum slurping gremlin rat.
Yeah. Yeah, it's well, it's you can read it right here. Do not be afraid. Do not be repulsed. It is merely a Bowdowrian, an alien cum cleaner. Think of him as a dirty little parasite, a necessary evil. He cleans for us. He is of no danger to you, for he is weak and cum addicted. The Bowdowrian is yeah.
That reminds me, we recorded another Ratatouille part as well. That was fun.
We did. We played Ratatouille. We made Geoff watch us play Ratatouille for an hour.
Again,
and more than half of it is Andrew on one level trying to jump on bread. It's so bad. It's so fucked.
Anyway,
I was in Austin for 36 hours, and that's what I got to do.
We debuted our Smut, which is called Celestial Glorbosis of Peace and Poimals. We debuted it on the Clutch My Pearls podcast, and it got more views than our own podcast gets.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that. I'm not happy about it. It is number 4 in science fiction erotica on Kindle Unlimited. Geoff said, congratulations, we're number 1. And we said, wow, you're number 1? And he said, no. And then,
I misspoke.
I can't tell you how uncomfortable I was in that recording. For some reason.
I can
I was-
see how uncomfortable you were.
Well, I was trying not to make too much noise, but I was cracking up. And also I was just dealing with all the embarrassment of having all this stuff read back to us, to the point where I got heartburn and my chest was hurting and I felt ill for like 2 hours afterwards. And then you can see me experience some of the worst embarrassment I've ever felt when I go into this big spiel about, it all started with the Poimals. And as soon as I say it, I realized we forgot to write about the Poimals.
We took it out.
I don't know what happened to it, like whether we just cut it or we forgot to write it, but
Now-
I feel like that was the core of the whole story. And then I'm spewing on like it, and they're like, wait, what was that? And I was like, oh my God, we forgot it. And I just
Can
die
I
of
ask,
embarrassment.
did you just do a word replacement for Poimals and you missed the one at the very front because it had a space between the P and the oimals?
Nah, that's just a weird formatting thing. We decided to keep that because we like it.
Oh,
But
okay, cool.
but no, I think
Good.
what happened is in the initial, we wrote this in 2 sessions, once
Yes.
in New York City and then once in Austin. And in the New York City session, we wrote in the Poimal thing, and somehow it just didn't make it from New York back to Austin. I don't know. And then we just missed it. There was so much else to focus on. There's so much. There's a lot going on in the story that we just missed it. But I think that's great. It adds to the mystique because based on how successful this thing is, based on how much demand there is for it, we clearly have to revisit the universe in some fashion and dive into the Poimals. I will say, I saw something that I thought was fucking brilliant. Somebody took Andrew's hot dog ladder that he created and cut it in half. Did you see that on the subreddit? And drew
No.
it and then said it made, if you cut it in half and just use half hot dogs on the top, it looks like the hot dog has Poimals. And I got to thinking, maybe there's something there. Like maybe we design a Poimal hot dog.
I don't want to be eating Poimals.
I don't know if they're
I don't know.
all beef franks. You might.
And my understanding is they don't really exist in whatever you wrote, so
They do.
They can kinda be
just
anything,
haven't-
you know what I
They've been
mean?
alluded
Like-
to.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah. There's like a lot of subtext in this thing, I guess.
Oh, for sure. Kind of like Jace Hammercock is the author, our pen name,
Yeah.
but it also exists in the universe as a character.
You really, excuse the phrase, you blew your load so early on this thing where the line that I included here, her boobs were the size of large boobs, the biggest kind, is the funniest line ever written.
It starts strong.
Thank you very much. I'm very proud of that line.
Wow.
I just love the idea of reading a novel and it not making any sense because the author forgot like subplots that they were establishing because they wrote it in chunks. So funny.
I can't believe how embarrassed I got when I
can believe it.
realized in the moment that we just forgot that.
You can go watch it. You should go watch Clutch My Pearls. You can listen to the podcast, but the video version of that has Geoff and Gavin on screen the whole time. And Gavin is squirming. Geoff is like laughing so much of it, like he's reveling in it. Gavin is squirming.
Oh, everybody else is so uncomfortable and I am so exceptionally comfortable.
I like that you're mostly just mouthing along as the
I'm like Will Smith in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
They also had to massively crop our shot because I guess we recorded portrait, but I had
Yes.
my legs crossed in a way that it was like mainly aimed up my undercarriage. Like you could see my pasty
Dude.
pale underlap where my breakfast is almost hanging out.
My wife came to me and went, "What am I supposed to do with this footage?" And then I went, "What do you mean?" She's like, "I need them to be on screen, but I don't know how to make this work." And she showed me your raw footage and I went, "Oh, what the fuck?" It's like looking at Gavin's ass from the front. Like it's so fucking weird. It's so weird. It's, oh boy.
I think it affected the auto exposure. Like the ring light was just blasting off my pasty underlip and it just changed the exposure of the whole frame.
Well, if you're interested in our smut, you can go listen to the review on the Clutch My Pearls podcast, or you can watch the review on their YouTube channel. If you want to read it for yourself, clearly you can do that. It is free. I made it free on Amazon Kindle Unlimited, whatever the fuck that is. But if you don't have that, then you do have to pay $2.99 for it, which is as cheap as it would legally let me make it. So we tried to reduce the barrier to entry as much as possible. But if you liked it and you want to write a review, or if you disliked it and want to write a review, we appreciate your honesty and your feedback.
You could help us get to number 3 on the list of most popular sci-fi erotica.
Yeah, we could get to number 1, which is number 3.
Eric, how did you find out about the Bowdarian?
God, I wanted it to be out of your mouth when you read it.
That was really close. That was really close to not being how you said it the first time, but that's okay. I saw the post on the subreddit and had a feeling that there was something that was up. Wasn't sure what it was, and then quickly learned about all of that. So pretty cool. Pretty cool.
I think it's interesting that you choose to identify with an animal described as a little
With
alien
that has my
rat
full name
gremlin,
spelled in it. Yeah,
hairy
my full
with beady
last
eyes and
name
jagged
in
teeth,
it.
the opposite of the gorgeous and statuesque beauty of the Globulians.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think of you in that way at all.
Yeah. When
No,
you
neither do
changed
I.
Gavelina's spelling, was that on purpose or on accident?
Wait, where?
We'll never tell.
Geniuses. Literary
two-
geniuses.
The
in our
two
presence.
the two responses of one guy not knowing where it's at and the other guy going, "Oh fuck, you'll never tell."
That's our little secret. Maybe there's a reason for it. There's a lot of subtext, a lot of Easter eggs, a lot of fun stuff
boy.
in this story. A lot of fan service, if you will.
I'm curious if there are any other authors who started with a cookbook and then went into smut for their second writing.
I mean, isn't
journey.
that what that Court of Thorns thing is? Didn't she like start writing a teenage book and then by the 4th book she discovered sex and it just became porn?
Yeah, but the cookbook is a completely different. That's
I
an
guess that's true.
odd transition from cookbook to smut.
I think I'm most proud of working in the Swiss Army knife from Germany into the story.
I'm excited to read it. I haven't read it yet.
Oh, you haven't read it? Nick, have you read
No,
it?
I haven't.
Oh, wow.
They're not going to fucking read it, dude. That's like how nobody was going to read Heather's book in Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, even though they all go to the parties and drink
It's
the free
just
wine,
like that.
do the readings, but they're not paying attention.
I was about to say that. You posted a photo, Geoff. Is this the Poimal dog?
Yeah, that's somebody said Andrew unintentionally created the Poimal dog, and so he drew it.
I will say, I was against it at first. That looks like a steamboat to me. And I'm kind of all about it. A steamboat
wow.
dog. It's like, it's a hot dog with 3 halves attached to the top.
Would that not
Going
be better
downward.
with mini buns on the
Oh,
smokestacks,
Gavin.
though?
Like
'Cause I
little
feel like the
life
ratio would be
jackets.
off. Yeah, life jackets.
I like that a lot.
I do too.
And if I
too.
eat that dog, if I make and eat that dog, have I eaten 4 dogs?
No, we've gone over this. This would, by letter of the law, that would be 1 dog.
Okay. Even if they were in individual mini bun situation hot dogs?
I think it would. I think you're making like a Voltron.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just becomes something other than a hot dog at that point, you know?
That's fair.
Becomes what is it?
Poimal?
Yeah. I was gonna say porpoise, but I know that's not right. Not a porpoise.
Poimals and porpoises have nothing in common.
No, nothing alike.
Except for blowholes.
Yeah. They both got blowholes.
Kind of.
I'll have to read the
I mean,
smut.
the secretion comes from somewhere.
I don't like secretion. Is just not a great word. Not a fan. If we were going to do a draft of least appealing words, secretion to me is on the board.
Oh, that'd be a good draft.
That is a good draft.
Oh,
I feel like people would be racing towards moist, but I think moist is a lot less bad than people make out.
secretion is so much worse than moist.
I think moist is about as bad as it gets.
Really?
No, because
Yeah.
moist, there are other contexts for it. Secretion is never good.
Moist is that's how Jokic starts.
I feel like moist isn't as bad as like pustule.
Oh,
pustule is
pustule's
not good
pretty
either.
fucking gross.
That would be on my list, I think.
Yeah.
Ugh, pustule.
Well, there you go. Well, we blinked and summertime is over. Gone are the easy breezy, lazy days, whiling away in the sun. Now we're back to school and work and busy, go. And that's where Factor Meals comes in. You don't have time, so you're going to love Factor's no prep, no mess meals. They are chef crafted with options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, Keto. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are dietitian approved and they are ready to eat in just 2 minutes. So no matter how busy you are, you've always got time to enjoy nutritious, great tasting meals. I've been enjoying Factor for a while now. Recently had the honey mustard chicken, had some, ground pork, cheddar, chili, and mac. Fantastic. Pesto, bacon, and tomato chicken bake. Maybe you're sensing a theme here. I eat a lot of chicken. Garlic mushroom chicken thighs. As you know, I'm from the South, so I enjoyed the dill-crusted chicken and cheddar broccoli grits. And that's nothing. They have 35 different meals and more than 60 add-ons for you to choose from every week. So you're always going to have new flavors to explore. Don't forget that winter is coming, so you're going to crush your wellness goal with dietitian-approved meals and ingredients that you can trust. So keep kitchen time to a minimum. I already said it, but Factor meals are ready in just 2 minutes. And that means no shopping, no prepping, no cooking, no cleaning up. Please join us in thanking Factor for sponsoring today's episode. Do you want to get chef-prepared meals on the table in 2 minutes? I know I do. What are you waiting for? Head to factormeals.com/regulation50 and use code regulation50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. That's factormeals.com/regulation50, code regulation50.
It's a fantastic time of year. We got the NFL going, college football's on, basketball's around the corner, hockey's around the corner, and there's no better way to add excitement to your viewing experience than with MyBookie. Help us thank today's sponsor, MyBookie. Get started today by going to mybookie.website/regulation with promo code regulation to sign up for free and double your first deposit up to $2,000 plus a $10 casino chip. You can turn this season of viewing into your most thrilling ever with MyBookie. You can bet on, if you got a hunch, if you're going with your favorite team, maybe you're betting against your least favorite team. Who knows? And when you bet with MyBookie, you're involved in every play. It makes every moment, whether it is a sack or a touchdown, it amplifies everything. I mean, there's like 180 plays in your average college football game, and every single play is something that can add to the intensity of your experience. I like to throw just a few dollars personally. I sometimes I'll go hang out with my dad for NFL Sunday. We get a few, $2-3 bets going, and it just amplifies it all. So celebrate MyBookie's 10th year anniversary, and you can bet on every game and win anytime. Plus, they have a mobile app. You can do it on the go, your mobile device. It is fantastic. No app needed. You can just sign up and you're ready to go. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a first-time bettor, there's something for everyone to win big this season. Just visit mybookie.website/regulation and use promo code regulation to sign up for free and double your first deposit up to $2,000 plus a $10 casino chip. That's mybookie.website/regulation and use promo code regulation to sign up for free and double your first deposit up to $2,000 plus a $10 casino chip.
Do you want to hear my idea that's going to annoy Eric?
Yeah, I'd love to. I wasn't sure if you did a little trick by like blaming Nick. I thought we were going into Eric territory earlier.
Yeah, good trick.
It might not annoy you. You might be into this idea.
Okay.
Is it a me as we?
I was thinking about how amazing it was when we played Pico Park and how Eric was getting all annoyed playing Pico Park. And then the second one's coming out. And I was thinking of ways, or is out. I was thinking of ways we can involve the community. And I thought, what if we put 8 community members in Pico Park, but they can't talk to each other. They can only talk to Eric. And Eric has to just organize.
I don't want to talk to them. Can they just listen to me?
No, because you need to hear their feedback too.
Why would I want their feedback?
'Cause you're
I'm not in
leading them.
a company with them.
Someone might have an issue with what you're asking them to do. They might not be able to do it. Yeah. They might need to to have a word. And then you managing them all the way through a level, I think would be just brilliant content.
I think that has to be like the reverse Patreon where we pay them to go through that experience.
You need to pay me to go through this experience. What are you talking about?
What do you think?
This
is
is
my idea?
ridiculous.
I love it.
What? So I have to play it with them?
No, you're not even in it. You're just managing.
Oh, the go-between.
This is even worse.
They can't talk to each other.
It's better for you because you're not playing.
Yeah.
So you want me to coach what they should do?
Yeah, but just coach. You're not a player coach. You're not, you're not Charlie Hustle
Jason
here.
Kidd?
You're just coaching.
I think if you're in the game, it's too easy to say, look at what I'm doing, do this sort of thing.
and we would
Follow what I say.
certainly
Not
we
what
wouldn't
I've
want
done.
that.
Yeah.
I think they could figure it out. I don't think they would need Eric's coaching.
Now, here's the thing. This might have to be a Falcon tier thing because there has to be a barrier of entry to this. Because if we just grab anyone, I will fucking flip.
What do you mean by anyone? Like somebody who doesn't know us?
Like
How would we
Andrew.
grab-
No, like anyone who just comes in, they're like, I'm going to do it. I don't trust them. I don't trust people that are just going to jump on it. This has to be like Falcons and above or something. This is insane. This
Okay.
is so crazy. This is insane.
Ideally, it would be 8 people who have never played the game.
Oh my God.
Could we like provide them free copies of the game?
Oh, yeah, we should do that.
Oh,
Yeah. So they don't have to buy it or anything.
Sign up to be a Falcon, I guess, because we're going to figure something out. This is the, there. Oh no.
Please
this is
don't
not
do
gonna
this
go well.
before I get back in town. I promise I won't leave town again after this last trip.
All right. But if you do leave town again, that's when we're doing it.
I don't want to miss it.
Oh man, I don't know. This might be my Gavin's Clutch by Pearl spot experience for me. I don't think I'd want to be there. I think I'd find it so uncomfortable. I think this is what I'd want to hear about later. I'd want to watch it later.
I agree with you, Andrew. I also don't want to be there.
Well, then you better lead them through quickly so it can be over fast.
Well,
Yeah.
what if Gavin had a team and Eric had a team and it was like a race? Who could
Oh,
clear-
now we're thinking. Now,
Both do
Andrew, we're starting to put some stuff together.
What?
This is pretty
I think
good.
you both are coaches.
Yeah.
Huh.
Very interesting.
Wow.
Very interesting.
And then we
Gavin,
could just
thoughts?
time the runs.
Huh. What if Andrew has to coach everyone as well?
I don't mind. That sounds
No,
great.
I think Andrew is already involved in the community so much. I just don't think, that's fine. I think me and you, 2 teams of 4, we kind of like figure this thing out. Like, what if we had like competing teams on the same game?
Here's the thing with me, my team would quit on me, so I'm fine with it. I'd be chill. I'd be relaxed. They'd be the frustrated ones. I just be like, you got to do this. So I'm not worried about it. I'd love to do it. If you want me part of it, I'm all for it. But I think
I mean, I was just hoping it'd be like one of the live streams.
I know that seems like a terrible idea.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you want to do that on one of the live streams, Gavin, let's do it. Me and you, buddy.
No, you can't do
Yeah,
both. It's gotta be-
yeah. Oh no, we can
all
both
eyes
have
on
2
you.
teams of 4. We
Oh,
can
you
like
got your
really
own
figure this
stream.
out. Oh yeah, no, I think we could
Mm.
definitely do this, dude. Yeah, me and you.
This definitely got more intriguing.
Yeah, right. Definitely.
I didn't expect that to. Turn back.
Uh-huh.
on me.
I didn't
Wow.
either, but I'm
came right back to
so
my face.
glad that it did.
What a
That's
face.
like when we threw that cup of water into the wind when we were on the boat in Australia, and it was right back in our face.
I feel like Pico Park wouldn't be that bad for at least the earlier levels. Trying to do something like that with like Tetris
Yeah.
or like Towerfall, trying to like
Mhm.
explain
Yeah.
that would be difficult. That'd be infuriating.
Falcons play Pokemon.
Falcons play Pokemon.
I bet you a lot of the Falcons do play Pokemon. If we surveyed the Falcons, I bet you it's probably like 70% have played
I think there's an
would
idea here.
assume so.
I think we need to investigate how we can best do this. But Gavin, what great thinking and what even better thinking from Andrew. This is fantastic.
Great job, guys.
Oh,
Thanks,
You're
Andrew.
welcome.
oh, Gav, I have something for you, buddy. Your gift came in from the recording that I did with you and Andrew.
Oh,
Remember
Ooh, what was
we
that?
we had that? Was it a Gears video?
we can't spoil it though, can we?
Oh,
I don't know how to talk
oh.
about it.
Oh, I get.
Yeah, that's upcoming.
Oh, I guess we just won't talk about it then. Well, anyway, I need to get it to you. And congratulations on being a good little boy, and you got it. And Andrew already got his. I was able to send
was
it straight
perfect.
to him. And I had so much fun doing it that I've decided that that's going to be a part of regulation now that I will use to motivate all members of the company at various points in the future. And I think it'll, the effects thus far have been stellar. And so I want to keep rolling with it.
So to give, I guess, Eric and Nick some context, but keeping it very vague, we did something, and Geoff said, if we complete this thing in this attempt, then you guys will get vinyls. And then Gavin and I did it. And then it was followed by Geoff frustratingly being like, how the fuck did you guys do it on that run? God damn it. What am I going to get? Everything is so expensive.
It was like the 36th attempt. And so I was like, fuck it. I'll buy you guys both vinyl. I'll buy you guys both LPs. Since you both are we were talking about records. And they fucking, I was like, if you do it on this attempt, and they did it. So then I had to go buy them fucking records. Records cost a lot of money. I didn't realize. I mean, I've been buying them used for a while. I didn't realize how much new records cost. So it was an expensive proposition, but it clearly motivated them to succeed. And I got me thinking about how many records are out there that I could acquire that I could use as bargaining chips going forward to get you guys to do things. Think like gold stars on a board, you know, where you work towards the pizza party.
You found out positive reinforcement works?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, incentives, it's a slippery slope. Gotta be careful with incentives. Don't always work. They backfire often.
When do they backfire?
I
what's
think
an
like
example?
typically people will find exploits to get the thing as quickly as possible.
Andrew's trying to think it through to see how he can get the most out of this, and is
most
immediately
files.
going, Geoff, you better be careful with all these people. I think he just means himself.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I think of all the members of this company, Eric is the hardest to incentivize.
Well, I just want it to, if it's like for content and something strong that does not hurt me mentally or physically, I'm pretty for it.
I know the way to Eric's heart. You just got to be like, Eric, if you do it on this attempt, single origin coffee, he'll be like, I'm fucking done. throw a bag of Barretts at him. He'll get anything done.
A bag of Barretts? Throw a bag of Barretts at the Bedouarian. Great, thanks, man.
First off, that's the Baladowrian, I think, is who you're referring to, and that is not you. I wish you would stop trying to hone in on that. And, like, it was different universes.
When you wrote it, did you have to look up how to spell my name so that way it was right, or did you get it on the first try?
I'll never tell.
I will say I didn't just get a vinyl from you, Geoff. For my birthday, you and Emily sent me a wonderful bouquet of flowers and some chocolate, and it came with a balloon. And that balloon has become the pinnacle of my entertainment since my birthday. I just posted a photo of it.
It's been inhaled.
It has been drifting around the bedroom ever since I got it. And it's just a game of like the DVD screen of it bouncing around the corners, just with the fans I have in the room and the air conditioning. It slides all over the place, and it is a delight to watch. I have spent an embarrassingly long amount of time laying in bed just watching the balloon drift from area to area of the roof. It's a great time. That's where it's currently located.
I'm so glad that you've got so much use out of it. That's better than I could have ever expected.
It's brought a lot of entertainment. I've had to cut part of the plastic from it below because the weight is pulling it down. I've had to modify it to keep it going, but I'm having a great time with this balloon that's just floating around. I'd highly recommend adding a helium balloon to your workspace if you can.
Extract maximum value out of the thing. That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, it's for the amount, like dollars of entertainment.
Can I send you guys a picture of something I saw?
Please.
When I was in my travels, I was in Chicago for a little bit, and one of the days I was there, I had nothing to do. And so I rented an e-bike, and I decided I'd just ride my bike up and down Lakeshore Boulevard. I guess like where the beach in Lake Michigan is, like on the edge of Chicago, and which was a lot of riding. I rode about 40 miles. But as I was riding by, I ran across this, which was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. This is what motherfuckers in Chicago do for fun. They just carried out this heavy ass 6 foot tall vert ramp and they had a couple of little old BMXs, and they were just jumping BMXs into Lake Michigan, and then the person in the water would just like hold on to the BMX. They would throw a rope to them, they would hook it on the bike, and they would drag it back in, and then somebody else would jump it, and they were just doing that all Saturday, or it was like Tuesday, all Tuesday long. And I rode by, and when I came back by, like maybe 3 hours later, they just were all carrying the fucking heavy ass ramp to their truck to drive away. It was just their fucking morning.
So you telling me after over a decade of playing GTA and you were on a bike, you didn't think I'm going to hit that?
Dude, I was on a fucking Uber e-bike that weighed about 200 pounds. I did think briefly of like stopping. I stopped to take the photo and then I felt awkward. But I did think briefly about stopping and going over there and being like, let me get a run. But I'm like a 49-year-old dude rolling up on 20 people that all clearly know each other that are doing something that they're constantly doing, you know? I'm not just going to invite myself to their party. So I decided to enjoy from a distance. But I was like, these are my kind of people. Like, this is what I want to. I want to get in on this. This is what I want to be involved in. You know,
I'm imagining you walking up to him and being like, "Hey, listen, I know a thing or two about bike jumps. Give me that."
Dude, I guarantee you, I could do some fun shit off that. Are you kidding? Oh, I could do a front flip off that, I think.
Oh yeah. Do you think
what?
Do you think the vertness though makes it harder to get it? I'd be worried I'd just go straight up.
Yeah, you're gonna go very up. It's pretty.
You need to like lean over the handlebars to get in the water, I think.
Yeah, you're not gonna get very deep for sure. You're not gonna go out far. It's you're getting more height than distance.
Can you believe this wasn't
dangerous.
on any of our summer activities list?
Oh, it is.
It's the only activity on my summer activities list going forward now. And I just was like, I bet this is just like dudes just do this all day long in fucking Chicago. What a cool place.
You framed it very satisfyingly with the ramp like leading up to that building.
Totally unintentional. I was just holding my bike with one hand and trying to take a photo without looking like an idiot with my other.
It looks like if I tried to make a trials level. Like I figure out enough to put one ramp down and then get frustrated and save and quit.
Like someone just experimenting with the level maker and getting bored immediately.
Dude, I thought I had fun on a bike. I'm missing out.
Well, have you considered being a ramp guy?
Yeah, of course.
You could just get a ramp and then just like drive and put ramp. It'd be fun to get a ramp and just put it down somewhere and see what happens.
I mean, the culvert had a little ramp, didn't it?
Yeah, I need to be a ramp in the water guy. I'm looking for that water landing. I don't need the 49 years of old body compressing with the force of the gravity.
Maybe that's the next bike stunt.
I like that. I like that.
That could be good.
Can we find a spot in Lady Bird Lake that isn't full of algae that will eat your brain?
We can find a spot there's water. There's other water in Texas. We'll find something.
Right.
I wonder if you got that ramp, put it down somewhere, and then just observed how long it would take to see someone use it.
How long it would take for you to get sued?
Is that would I get sued for doing that?
Suddenly it's like, whose fucking ramp is this? My kid broke his arm. And you're like,
What if we
It's
put
nobody's
the ramp there and then like every 10 meters leading back from the ramp is just the same waiver?
Yeah, it's so funny. These guys weren't signing waivers or anything. It was wild. I guess they signed them before they got there.
You have to like drive it through paint, and that's the NDA, like the tread leading to the ramp.
Yeah, you sign with your tire on the way up to the ramp. That's great.
That's how it's like how we autograph baseballs. Anyway, I thought we got up to some fun stuff, but we're missing out. Chicago's got us beat.
I would definitely try that. If I was able to borrow one of the BMXs, I would definitely do that.
I
Fuck yeah,
don't.
hell yeah,
I
dude.
disagree.
Hell yeah, dude.
You disagree that I would do it?
Yeah, I don't. That doesn't strike me as a Gavin thing at all.
You're crazy.
You think I don't? I don't know. Maybe
Watch
because in slow-mo guys, you know, you're never the guy in the line of fire. I find it hard to believe you would hit that ramp on a BMX. I think nerves would get in the way. I think you'd talk yourself out of it.
You know, Andrew does bring up a good point. You do talk yourself out of stuff when it goes from theory to practice sometimes. But I feel like you would do it. I feel like you would feel safe with the water.
Yeah, I don't think I'd get hurt.
I would love to see you do it. You brought up the great point of how vertical the ramp is. You'd have to really be pushing forward. I feel like that could get in your head of
Yeah.
You
I
just
think I'd be most
picturing
worried
going
about
straight
falling off as I hit the ramp and just like slamming the ramp with my face.
That would be unfortunate.
But yeah, let's set this up. I'll do it. I'll prove you wrong.
All right, we got to figure this out.
Oh yeah.
Hey, can I send you guys one other photo?
Yeah.
Of course.
And I want to ask you guys a question.
Oh, I'm excited.
Couple weeks ago, before I went out of town, I went out to dinner with Millie. We had a little like she's leaving for college, so we were having like our some goodbye dinners and stuff. And we went to this like kind of like Korean barbecue place, and they had this, which is cornbread shaped like fish.
Whoa.
I've seen the fish before. I didn't know it was cornbread.
It's cornbread, but it's like in the shape of a fish. And I'm not big on fish, right? And I saw it and I was like, I don't really want to eat fish-looking cornbread either. But then I was like, it's just cornbread, right? I'll just eat it. And it was fucking delicious. And that butter right there, that honey butter, whatever it was unbelievable. And I was sitting there eating this cornbread, this fish cornbread, and thinking, I wonder how much fish cornbread I would have to eat before I could trick myself into liking fish, which got me thinking, could you trick yourself into eating a food that you don't like by eating other food that's shaped to look like it? Like eventually, would it wear you down subconsciously where you would suddenly like fish without even realizing it because you've been eating fish-shaped and fish-looking things forever? Like if I only ate gummy fish or whatever for like a month, would fish start to look appealing to me at the end? Or if I ate a bunch more cornbread fish, would at some point a fillet of fish actually look appealing?
Do you think you could eat a cornbread jar of mayo?
No, but maybe if you found something that made more sense with the mayo, it could trick me. You know what I mean? I like cornbread, so I'm not eating fish. I'm eating cornbread. But if I ate enough, fish-looking cornbread, would eventually I just start to like fish?
I think you could, over like 10 fish cornbreads, you could just start sneaking in bits of fish until you're eating fish.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Fish and cornbread would be a weird combination, I think. But I do think that I could you could trick, like if maybe the next time I ate a steak, I cut it to look like a fish, and you just keep
get
fish,
closer and closer.
You just keep fish shaping stuff until eventually you're eating fish, you don't even realize it.
See, for me, the cornbread is more like disguising it. Because I have a similar feeling about mayo, Geoff. I hate mayo unless I don't know it's there, as established. I need to be secret mayo, and then I enjoy it. Or fancy mayo, which is aioli. I need one of those two. So if you could like Trojan horse the fish, I guess, in this example in some way by coating it, or maybe I almost need the opposite of this, where I need it to appear to be something it isn't, as opposed to a more delicious version of
like you need a
what
fish that looks like a Cheez-It or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you make fish jerky?
Yeah.
That sounds horrendous to me.
Salmon jerky exists.
Oh, wow. I've never had that.
Yeah. I think. I got to Google that, but I think it does.
Salmon is a very jerky color, naturally.
Yeah, wild-caught salmon jerky.
The idea of like cod jerky
fucking
is
gross,
disgusting
dude.
to me.
Yeah, I'm just picturing the gust coming out of the bag when you open it.
Ugh.
I'm sure the mashed potatoes on the fish plate were delicious, but it does look like something that an alien from your Smut novel would have emitted.
Those aren't mashed potatoes.
butter, though.
That is butter. That's butter and honey.
That's just butter?
Do you
Yeah.
have bread and mash?
Cornbread and well, wait.
It's not a big it's a small plate. Like it's not like a full meal of cornbread. It's like a little appetizer, so it may look like proportionally more butter than it is.
So it's just cornbread. There's nothing on the inside?
No, it's just cornbread. But it's shaped to look like
Got
a
it.
fish.
Okay.
I don't know what was confusing about that.
No, I just decided that there was something in there already. I already Trojan horsed
it's
it
just
immediately in my
Boggs
head as soon as I saw it.
Standard cornbread. I
was
love
thinking that was like a
cornbread.
croquette.
It's
type
easy for me to eat cornbread. I do not like fish very much. It's hard for me to eat fish, but here I am eating cornbread that looks like fish, thinking, I bet I could trick myself into eating fish if I ate enough fish-looking food.
Would you try mashed potato on toast?
That's a weird combo.
Would I?
That would be strange.
Hell yeah. You got it on you right now?
I bet that'd be pretty good.
You just described two things I like a lot.
Now we're talking like enough for it's like a sandwich, like a mashed potato sandwich.
No, I was just thinking like just as you would spread butter, you would spread mash.
Oh.
Is mash spreadable?
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you thought butter was mash.
Hey, once again, much like I should have put on hard, that was a great point by you. Got no argument against that. Very valid. That would be, what type of bread are we talking? I think that needs to be like,
Texas toast.
thick, like a
Ooh.
thick cut.
I might make this for lunch.
Ooh.
That sounds very British.
Can you mash one potato? I guess you can.
Yeah, of course you could.
You could also
You just wouldn't have
bake
a lot of
one
mash.
potato.
You want me to spread a baked
Dude.
potato?
Why not? Or you
Yeah.
can go to Rudy's and get their baked potato. It's so fucking good. Mmm.
Could you do a baked potato as the bread and mashed potato as the filling?
You want me to spread potato on potato?
Yeah, like a cut
wrong
in
with you?
half baked potato. What's wrong with me? You're spreading fucking baked potato or mashed potato on bread. It's all crazy.
Makes more sense than spreading it on a potato.
Is it too on the nose to put on like a potato bun?
Ooh.
Because I feel like that's the way I'd want to eat mashed potato.
You know what I feel goes really good with mashed potatoes would be Parker House rolls. Maybe you could cut one of those in half and use it like a little mashed potato sandwich.
What is that? I don't know. I don't think I know what that is.
I'll just send you a picture. You probably do. Wow, there you go.
Oh. Little rolls.
Oh. Just, yeah. Rolls.
Hell yeah.
This would be good. So, okay. So you have bread. What type of bread are we doing? Let's break this down. We talking like a white? We talking a whole wheat? We talking
What is Texas toast usually? White bread?
Yeah, typically.
some white Texas toast. Then you're getting your jar of mashed potatoes, scooping out of there,
Jar.
spreading it.
Jar.
Well, because it's spreadable. I'm just trying to add to the thing.
You know, Andrew, I'm with you. Get those potatoes out of that jar. Let's
Get them
do
out
it.
of the jar.
They're
Get them
not
out of your
doing anybody
container.
any favors in that jar. Get them out of there.
You spread it down. Now what are we looking at? We putting on some pepper. We putting on some salt.
I reckon a bit of pepper and maybe some like onion crumble crap. That stuff. You know what I'm on about?
Onion crumble crap. No, I don't. What is
fuck
onion
is-
crumble crap?
Like a crunchy onion
Okay.
flakes.
Crunchy onions. Okay. Yeah, I could support
Like
that.
like onion strings?
Nah,
Like for cooking?
what are they? Like little crisps.
You're-
like little onion crisps.
You're talking about like the French's crisp onion, like the little fried onion things that you would put on, Geoff, that you would put on like the green beans.
That's what I thought, but he said no.
Nah, they're too big.
Okay, well now I don't know what he's talking about.
Imagine
I thought
that,
we
but
were-
little smashed to pieces.
Okay.
Okay.
So smash those to pieces.
Put that in a blender and sprinkle a few on, but not too much.
So it looks like cornflakes, but they're
Oh.
onion.
So
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
bottom of a basket of frings. Okay, got it.
What about like some cranberry sauce? Cranberry sauce mashed potato.
Well, now we're just. I mean, this is now we're just having Thanksgiving dinner.
Now it's just gonna fall apart as you take it to your mouth.
Well, is this double sided or is this open? Is this an open face sandwich?
Double-sided. You want mash on the underneath?
No, I meant like bread for the bread situation because that is determinant in how you build this.
Do you have double-sided toast?
Well, if
I
I'm
mean, is
making
it
a
all
turkey
toast
sandwich, it's double sided. You see what I mean? An open-sided sandwich. So I guess closed would be the opposite of what I'm saying. Is this closed?
How is one thing open or closed?
If you have a sandwich that is just one singular slice with stuff on top of it, it's open-faced.
Yeah, so you're asking if there's two slices or one.
Yes.
Jesus.
Are you gonna answer?
Yeah,
him?
I'm with you, Gavin. He's nuts, dude. That's crazy.
I don't know who's on whose side. I'm
But
worried.
what's the answer to his question?
Imagine peanut butter on toast, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Except it's mash and there's pepper and little onion crisps.
So it's an open face.
So is it two
just
pieces of
toast.
toast?
No, there's no one else
open-faced
is
toast.
confused here. Like you're like in attack mode, out of confusion, but no one else is confused.
Okay,
It's
I backed into the corner and I'm all puffed up, but
No, it's open face toast. It's good.
open faced toast. What's closed toast is just a sandwich, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we keep saying
sandwich.
open face sandwich, right? I think that's why
Yeah.
people are saying that.
I am just trying to break Gavin's brain, and I don't think I've ever been more successful at just trying to poke to break his brain.
It's really working. I don't know.
These subtle differences between Canada and England that you just don't know about.
Yeah, double-sided. Some double-sided toast.
So you got a piece of Texas toast, then you got some mashed potatoes on top of that, and then you've got some onion bits, right? Crispy onion bits, and then what's next?
For me, that's it.
No salt, no pepper.
No, a bit of pepper as well.
Okay. What about butter? You don't want to put a little pat of butter on it or a little brown gravy? Or
I
anything?
don't like
No, I
the
don't think so.
combination of onion and butter.
Mm. I mean, onions love butter. I don't know why.
I don't, but it's because it's crispy. Like then it gets soggy.
Well, it's going to get pretty soggy in the mash. It's going on something soft and soggy.
I mean, we could all try making this and see how we feel about it.
Yeah.
I like that. Let's do it.
We could do that.
Let's
we could
make
do that.
that.
What are we going to call this?
And maybe we each come up with our own names for how we do it.
Mashed potatoast.
Oh, I like mashed potatoes. That's really
Yeah, I
good.
think I want to declare
You
that
nailed
one the
it.
winner before we even go any further. That was pretty. Way to go, dude.
Wow, well done.
Holy shit. That is a great name. It is officially, as of this moment, mashed potatoast, and it is going to be the first recipe in our new cookbook that now has to happen. God damn. Mashed
Cookbook
potatoes.
season 2.
Mashed potatoes. Oh, I'm excited to go into the lab with this.
I am too.
I feel like it's been a while since we've hit the lab.
Oh yeah.
It has been. It's been too long.
I have a little clip. Can I play it?
Please.
It's from Best Summer Things Draft.
Oh no.
Of the road trip. Well, it's the thing about it is they use it as a trope in horror movies because it is the pinnacle of fun. And
I know. I knew it when I said it. I knew it when I said it. I just didn't want to correct myself in the middle of the fucking episode. And I figured
I thought Pent Ultimate was the only one. I think you've got an issue with pens.
I
Pins.
meant to say pinnacle. I just said pentacle. I was thinking I don't know why. I got pentagram and pinnacle jumbled up in my head. It's just a
great
sign of age. Every time I'll be honest with you, it's gonna happen with increasing frequency as I get closer to death.
Oh my god.
Mashed pintato.
That's not as funny. Ah.
Gavin loves flubs more than I think anyone loves anything.
I really do. I don't know why. They really, really make me laugh.
When that happened, did you write down like roughly where it was in the recording to go back to it? Or was it when you were reviewing it, you heard it?
I think while I was reviewing it, and then I just take a screenshot of the time code.
God, you could have asked me. I could have told you exactly when and where it happened. I've been thinking about it for fucking 2 weeks. Just waiting for it to hit Reddit.
Did anyone
they found
notice, Geoff, until this
No.
moment that you've
No,
seen?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I knew about
man.
it. I've seriously been bugging me.
Really? That's so
from
funny.
the second it left my mouth, but then
Oh,
we were
no.
just too far down the road to go back.
That was your pulse shear and twisters. That was
Yeah.
internally. It's just been eating you alive.
Yeah,
We had no idea.
Yeah, you've got the pull shear thing. I was embarrassed by the Poimals thing. I think we're all just embarrassing ourselves.
That's what
Maybe
this whole
is our
show is.
embarrassment era.
Yeah.
I'd argue this whole thing is our embarrassment era. I don't think we've ever left the embarrassment era. That's sort of the point.
I was recently in England and traveling and doing all that shit. I feel like a lot of people changed some behavior after COVID, a little bit more considerate about, bodily
Yeah.
fluids and sprays.
Totally.
But there's just an absolute spree in the airport in Heathrow of people just coughing right into their hands. Like, aren't you not supposed to cough on your hands? Where do you cough if you have a big throat
Shoulder.
clear and a
You cough
sputter?
into the shoulder. My 4th grade teacher taught me that.
I cough into my elbow, I think.
Yeah, inner elbow, shoulder. How do you cough? That's a real stretch.
I turn my head. I kind of, you know what? It's down that line because I do bring the arm up too. It's like the least impressive dab, which is saying a lot. So I don't think there is an impressive one, but it is like half dab for sneezing. I would say.
I just think that everyone is more disgusting than ever. Like putting my stuff through the X-ray thing and security, and just the person in front of me coughing all over, and then touching my tray to like get to theirs. I'm just like,
Dude.
are you Foul.
Do you ever like cough or sneeze in your own space and are just a fucking animal about it?
Oh,
And
I love
enjoy
doing that.
being an
If
animal?
I'm just alone in my office, I'll deliberately sneeze on stuff like the door or just like on the wall.
That's not
I
what I
love doing
meant.
that.
That's so
You're
weird.
aiming. Will you like walk over to something and be like, "Oh, this is really gonna
Yeah,
be bad"?
if I'm just walking out of my office, I'll just get it really, really close to the door and just sneeze right on it.
Oh,
I've spent so much time traveling over the last couple of weeks that I just hate all of humanity right now. I don't
Yeah.
ever want to travel ever again. I'm so fucking bummed that I got to get on a plane. It just sucks. People suck. People in public suck. Everything sucks. Ugh. You know what doesn't suck? Hot dogs around the world don't suck. I had some good ass hot dogs the last couple of weeks.
oh, you had some good hot
Pretty
dogs.
consistent.
Yeah, man. The Midwest knows their hot dogs. Should we do a hot dog? Should we we haven't really updated the audience on our hot dog count or anything.
Let's update them. Let's get into the dog count part of our Slack channel and have a look at where we're at. Currently, Andrew has 6. Nick
6 dogs.
has 3.
Yep.
Hang on, I'm scrolling back. I have 5. Gavin has 0. And Geoff has 12.
Jeff's been on a run.
Geoff, it's not a race. This is not a competition.
Does that mean I've had more than the rest of you put together?
No, not quite, because Andrew's up there, I'm up there, and Nick has a few.
Oh, right.
So I
I
think we're
forgot
right
about Nick.
around the same amount.
Gavin was 0. Just wanna
Yeah,
point
Gavin
that
was 0 but that makes sense. I only started eating these dogs. We did this count, and I went, why am I trying to eat hot dogs?
Because it was meant to be that we're just seeing how many dogs we eat, but all it's done is turn into a massive dog competition.
Right,
it hasn't. It's
and I
not.
realized, and I don't want to compete. I don't want to.
Who do you think is competing though?
You!
I'm absolutely not competing. I'm
No.
only eating dogs when it's appropriate and when I find myself in a place to eat dogs. I just happen to have been at a bunch of baseball games and in a fucking city that prides itself on hot dogs. You can't walk 3 feet in Chicago without seeing a hot dog. So it's like when in Rome, you know, like my wife likes that restaurant Portillo's. So we went to Portillo's twice. What else am I going to eat at Portillo's other than a hot dog? I'll have a Chicago beef. I had one of those. We're not counting those though. So I'm just, I could go another month without eating a hot dog. I just have been in hot dog heavy situations for the
You've
last.
been in very
that's
hot
great.
dog heavy situations. It's a
You have
lot,
been.
man.
You've inspired me. You've been posting images of your dogs. I've gone, you know what? That looks delicious.
They do
Maybe I
look
need a
good.
dog.
That's another thing. They're good looking hot dogs out there. How do you say no? You know?
You've had some corkers on there. Some of those look delicious.
Ugh. Dude, I went to this place in Chicago called Devil Dogs in Wicker Park. Oh my God, this fucking snap to the casing that like no other hot dog I've ever eaten has. They pride themselves on it. It's so fucking good. That's why I sent you that picture of that little. Did I send you guys that picture of that little hot dog man? He was so cute. Let me
Yes,
see.
you did.
Oh, okay, yeah. There you go.
He's coating himself in condiment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because he
it's a
wants to
hot
be
dog statue.
eaten.
That's It
But
looked
yeah,
delicious.
I swear I'm not trying to compete with you guys. It's
No,
not
not
a
at
race
all.
or anything. It's just, you know,
I can tell
was-
you're just living that life, Geoff.
Yeah.
You're enjoying that hot dog glow.
I mean, that's part of how this whole thing started, right? Was I asked
Totally.
you guys, what's the food you can't say no to? For me, it's hot dogs. I'll never say no to a hot dog, you know?
Speaking of previous recordings, I have a little update on something that I felt like would clarify previous situations. We went through recently my computer setup and my folders and my desktop and all that. And I was trying to articulate why I had a desktop folder to find the stuff on my desktop. And probably can't use this image publicly because I don't know what exactly is here. This is what my desktop used to look like, which is why I required the
God.
information from the
Jesus
list. Because I
Christ.
couldn't find anything. So I needed to be able to get
Can I
into my
put a
desktop.
thumbnail, Geoff?
Well,
can,
he
like,
said it can't because he doesn't know what's on there.
It's just all my files. So I don't there's probably like banking information and stuff on that.
the best way I could describe it would be if he played a game of Free Cell with every file on his computer and won. And it's that scene when you win Free Cell and all the cards go in every direction, but it's every one of his files.
It's like the solitaire bouncing cards.
So that is not how it's all cleaned up now, so it's not really necessary. But that is why it was such an issue when I lost my desktop little clicky thing.
You know that's insane though, right? Like you must
Oh.
have been 20% towards this end result when you were like, this is insane, I'm just going to keep it this way because it's insane? Or did you look at that and think, how did that happen?
I would just never look at it. I'd immediately open Google and then that would be gone and I wouldn't see it. And it'd be like, I don't even know it's back there.
You know, I will say I don't see my desktop very often either. If I think about it, I usually have Windows open in front of it.
There's nothing. My way to access all of that information was through the little clicky Two-Face tab. Two-Face, one smile.
To find, yeah.
And then,
To be fair, I do think it's insane that screenshots go to the desktop and not like a pictures or a screenshot folder somewhere.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Outrageous. But that is, I wanted to provide some context as to the importance of that.
You should remove that image so I don't accidentally post it because I'll forget.
So it's cleaned up now? It doesn't look like this?
No, it's all clean.
Now,
Let's see.
now when you say that, what does that mean?
Yeah, do you want me to see what it looks like currently? Oh my God, I got so many windows. I got to fucking out of here. Oh, it's frozen. Oh, shit.
God damn.
Fucking get out of here, Apple ID.
Yeah, I can't believe I asked for I can't believe he gave an update and then I asked for a picture.
No,
of
one
it.
second.
That's-
I'm getting there. Adobe Acrobat Updater has not been able to. I don't care.
You don't have like a
Oh,
button to show the desktop or a corner or like click on the
Well,
desktop?
it's a computer that I'm using that's not for recording. Is the
Okay.
desktop in question?
What does that
So it's
change?
pinwheeling. Well, how would I share the screen to a computer that is not connected to this Discord?
I didn't ask you to share the screen.
Well, what did you ask? Sorry. Run the question back. I was trying to get to my desktop. I didn't hear. What was the question?
I just wanted to see it.
Is it a double-sided
you don't
toast?
You don't have to share it. I just figured you take a picture.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to literally get there so I can take a photo on my phone.
You're trying to get to your desktop.
Oh, fuck. I know time has run out. I don't want to activate her by now. Still
I
trying.
just didn't think it was gonna, Gavin. I didn't think it was gonna turn into this. I apologize.
You know, like in movies when a company's getting like audited or shut down and everyone just starts shredding everything and there's just
Wait.
papers flying out? That's
Yeah.
what
almost
he's
there.
doing to get to his desktop.
I'm almost there.
Oh, almost
Fucking
there.
hide. I'm clicking the hide button.
Hey, while he's doing that, Gavin, did he ever 3D scan his head and give it to you so you can print
Oh,
it?
shit. Okay, I'll
What
do
the
that.
goddamn?
Didn't I send him your phone for that?
Yeah, you sent the soy phone so he could do it.
Yeah.
I'll do that today. It will happen now. Well,
I
not
saw
now,
some
but
people not understanding what we were talking about with the soy phone and Reddit and having getting real confused by it. What was it? It said soy. This phone contains soy oil.
yeah,
on it-
like
on
there's
the-
a sticker on the back of the box.
Yeah, I wonder
Yeah.
if it's like a part of the pigment of the paint or something.
What are
Probably
you
something
doing?
like that.
What are you doing?
I
Get
also
outta here.
realized that the people that missed our very first stream missed the whole piss rat thing. Like we're always doing piss rats in the chat,
Oh yeah.
and it's just because Eric left for like 2 minutes or something right as we started.
Yeah,
But
that was it.
I realized that you can't even go back and see that because Nick trimmed off the piss rats part.
Yep.
So maybe we should post. Maybe we should find that file and post the piss rat origin.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
origin of piss rat.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
because
we already got the origin of Spummer out there, and I think that's more than enough.
I'm more of a
yeah.
spummer guy at this point. I'm a big time spummer guy.
I got no idea what spummer is. I can't wait to find out all about that.
oh, so you've got
Okay, so
an Adobe. Oh, it's not that clean. There's still like 50 things.
That's
on there.
that's
gonna
what I was.
reorganize it.
That's really what I was driving at. Is
I'm
like
gonna
I know what
wrangle
this
it.
is going to look like, and it's
I'm
not
gonna
going to be
wrangle it.
what it is. What do you do with Adobe Acrobat Updater?
I don't know.
What
It
there's
just
two
keeps
options.
popping up in my face and is being annoying.
Two options. You can enter a password and hit install helper, or you can hit cancel.
I've tried both and they don't do anything.
You've tried both.
So maybe it's another supplemental. I have a problem where it says, "Hey, you need to log into this thing," and then I do it, and then Apple says, "Okay, no, that's not right, but it is right." So I don't know what to do. It just doesn't do anything.
It sounds like it's just not right.
No, it's okay. So it says it's fine. You know what? We don't need to do this again.
I feel like I'm back at a tech support company.
But it says I need to update my settings. I click continue. I put the password in, and then just nothing happens. It says do it. It says some account services will not be available until you sign in again. I say okay, continue, and then it just takes me back to that screen. because I'm signed in.
Uninstall it.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Oh.
What'd you
Enter
do?
password. Okay, well that's apparently wrong. I don't know my password. I guess. Fuck.
You don't know
Okay.
the password to your iMac?
Right. That's what I'm saying, is that you just enter the password and this will be done. And he doesn't know. And I know he doesn't know. There's no way he
could.
How do you not know the password to your own computer?
What do you do?
Wait, one
How
second.
do you log into it?
Let me try this.
He hasn't rebooted this computer in 7 years.
We keep
How do you
asking.
reboot a computer?
What?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What?
It always just logs in when I reboot it. Like I've done the reboot.
What?
So you have no password on your Mac.
Well, I clearly do because there's a bolt, like a lock.
Well, if
with
you
a-
don't have a password, then just hit install helper with no password.
Okay, I entered the right password, and then it goes away and nothing happens.
Sounds like you did it.
Nothing's changed. It drives me crazy. Every day it pops up with this thing. You need to do this, and I do it, and then nothing happens. Nothing.
I've tried
Get rid of
one thing and it sort of solves
I've
it.
done
And
the
I figure I'll
thing.
just live with it forever.
I'm all out of ideas.
So if I do a restart, is that a reboot?
Yeah.
Jeff, are you okay?
How do I reboot this thing?
Restart.
Jeff, use your tech support skills.
Sorry, I'm going to need you to go ahead and click on the black Apple icon
Yep.
on the top left of
Did
your screen.
that.
If
I'm
you
already
could go
there.
to that and then click on the restart button.
Okay. Yeah, I've done that tons of
left
times.
click.
It just
Okay. That's
loads me right
that's
in.
how we reboot a computer here in 2024.
I was just confirming.
Yeah, no, I'm just here to help you, sir. Just here to help.
And to be clear, you're saying when it comes back on, it just
Does that
logs
again?
in on its own.
Almost certainly, yes. Here we
Well, I
go.
hope so.
And we're waiting for it to. I clicked the button. Nothing's happening.
What button are you referring to?
Oh,
Mr.
it's now
Pan?
cycling through Finder and all the Spotify, and I think it's closing any open app. Okay, here we go. Now it is iconless. It's a generic background of Ireland. I'm assuming.
Mhm.
Is he walking us through what it looks like when you reboot a computer?
I think so.
Okay, now it turned off.
Good.
Now it's back on.
He
Right,
said
that's
that
the
like he was
reboot.
surprised.
He said it like he's never seen it do that.
Well, what was weird about that is it
Fellas,
went
you know
black
about
and then-
this?
Doesn't it typically do the Apple and all that when you?
When it comes on.
Yeah, it didn't do that. It just went black and then it went back to Ireland. Oh, now we're black again.
It's still turning off.
Why did you do a little peekaboo? Oh, there's the Apple.
I'm gonna guess it's because it doesn't remember how to reboot because it hasn't done it in so long.
Have you rebooted it since you tried to print the law?
Oh yeah, plenty of times.
Oh, okay.
This thing breaks all the time.
Oh yeah.
All the time. It's old. We've been over this. It's like 13 years old.
Do you think it's time for a new one and maybe the law would print immediately on the new one?
I don't know if any computer can handle the Canadian law. To be honest. I don't know if it matters.
I don't know how you're hanging on. Mine is from like 2018 and it's killing me. I got to get a new one so bad.
It makes me a patient man. I just stare at the pinwheel, ponder, think about life. I think about open-sided toast, closed toast, double-sided toast.
Maybe if we end this episode and start the next one, it will be rebooted by then.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Wow.
What a cliffhanger. Kind
Oh,
of
I love
like
it.
Celestial Glorbosis' cliffhanger.
You mean cliffbanger?
Cliffbanger.
It's a twofer.
Yeah.
Speaking of twofer, that's what we're doing today. So we have to end this episode of the Regulation Podcast so that we can turn around and start the next episode of the Regulation Podcast. Thanks for tuning in and listening to Andrew discover how computers work. We'll see you next time. Hopefully you'll go to our patreon.com/the Regulation Pod and poke around.
That's
See
it.
what's up there. There you go.
See you next time. Bye.
Might as well have a look around, like Gavelina said. Bye-bye.
Should we put a link to Celestial Glorbosis in the description?
Yes.
I think we can, yeah.
All right, it's
It
in
needs
there.
to be better in a bag.
Bye.
Bye.